All right. Welcome to another supercharged, upgraded episode of the Meta Kings podcast. It's your boy Dami and your boy.
I'm your boy Money Jay. I am Jay Mayer.
Listen, so as you can see, there's definitely been an upgrade. And
why are you gonna take my words, man? Let me have some fun in this, man.
Go ahead, bro. Have your fun.
As you guys can see, there's been an upgrade. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Nah, but listen, as you guys can see, there's been an upgrade, and that's all because of you out there. So let's give them a round of applause, man. The Meta Kings community. Yeah, even Adam is clapping too. But first of all, before we start, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I just want to give a shout out to Titan Studios, man.
Yeah, big ups, Titan
Big ups
Studios.
to Adam, Titan Studios. Big up to Elon, or his alias Mike, whichever he prefers today.
Yeah.
But this is all possible because of them, because of him, and because of you. So we're just your loyal subjects, your humble servants here to kind of make you laugh, make you cry, argue with each other, and just have a good time.
Debate with each other. But yeah, definitely big up to Titan Studios. We're definitely going to drop every platform that they have in the descriptions button below. So make sure not only do you subscribe to us, but go ahead, subscribe, follow them, I don't even know if Elon has it. I think he has a business page. So we'll drop everything in the description page. Yeah. I'm excited, man.
I'm super excited too, man. You know? So we on a big stage, man. You can't mess up, bro.
No, you can't mess up, man. It's such a short time, man. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting us, man. I mean, it's been a lot of Team J's out here, but you know, I'm definitely excited. I'll bring him up. He needs some supporters. So maybe you need to change the way you view things.
Guys, listen, he can talk, the proof is in the pudding. Just go through all the comments and you see that it's actually tilted towards Team Dami. But I like to let him believe what he wants to believe.
We hear the feedback though.
All right, copy, and the feedback is for Team Dami. Anyway, moving on. So today we got a couple things we want to talk about, a couple things on the schedule, right? But before we start, we gotta, I know we're here to have fun. We're here to really just kind of distract you from what's going on in the world and give you a little bit of a good time, piss some women off, some guys too sometimes. But in all seriousness, we got to address what's been going on in our country recently, right?
We do. So, first of all, I want to tell you guys I missed you guys.
Yeah. You haven't been here for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I haven't been here. I've been working on some things.
Left me by myself.
We've been working on some things, but you did a phenomenal job. So big up to Dami.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? We probably are gonna revisit that later on. But as he was saying, on a more serious issue, we had a few things that we were going to talk about. We definitely have to kind of shift our direction, because we believe that this is a topic, this is a situation, a matter at hand that requires us to use our platform to do the right thing, right? So
and that's about the mass shootings.
The mass shootings that's been going on. In the last 2 weeks, it just breaks my heart to even, it really breaks my heart to speak about this, where you seen there was a shooting, which was it was race-based in Buffalo, and I believe about 10 victims. Shooter wasn't actually killed; he was actually apprehended. But 10 victims were targeted. 10 African American who were killed, who lost their lives at a store. Right. And then if that wasn't enough, you go down south to Texas. What's the name of the school?
It was in Oveda. I don't know the exact name of the school. Oveda, Texas.
Yeah, Oveda, Texas, and
you had 19 people killed,
children and teachers. We had I think 1 or 2 teachers, and they just lost their life to such a tragedy. It's just pointless. Just had a demented, just a messed up kid who he didn't have to work hard to be able to access an assault rifle. Took it to the school, an AR-15, which was the same weapon that was used upstate, and just created such a massacre. And so I think it's only fair that we take a moment of silence.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's kind of the thing we were discussing. I really don't. Okay. I don't, because it's kind of like we go through this every single time, and then even now, as we were getting ready for the show, there's the shooting that happened in Oklahoma.
Oh yeah.
The Oklahoma shooting.
Literally, we were about to air. And this is
a shooting in a hospital.
This is live as we're recording live in this beautiful studio. Reporting in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where reportedly 4.
The numbers are still piling up, but
four people confirmed dead and multiple people injured. And so we send our blessings, we send our prayers in a time like this where that's the only thing that we can do in the moment, just to positivity, healing, whatever situation is to the doctors and the first responders, and then our prayers and our love with you.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It just gets so frustrating, because you have a government in the land of the free that's supposed to offer us. That's kind of the deal, right? It's called tacit consent. You basically say, listen, I'll give up my freedom as a natural born human being to follow the laws of this land, and I submit to that because I'm hoping that I'm going to get some protection, I'm going to get some basic rights, I'm going to get whatever else they offer us, government assistance, all that stuff. But it seems like the government is failing us at this point, right?
I agree.
The government is failing us because the two sides of the aisle can't agree to come together to find a solution that could prevent children from dying. I'm a father of two. So those parents who every day when our kids go to school, you say, see you later, have a good day at school, don't fall asleep in class. You know what I mean?
And then you have no idea that that's going to be the last day. Man.
You never expect that. You're never going to. I heard that because of the AR-15 that was used, some of those kids were shot up so bad, the parents couldn't identify them without a DNA test.
Without a DNA test, and that's just ruthless. And I'll tell you why, I mean, me and him we were talking on the way down to the studio, and we were saying, why we should all unify and come together on a serious topic like this, because this has nothing to do with race.
Mm-hmm.
Has nothing to do with race, has nothing to do with gender. I mean, as a human, this is a humanitarian issue that we're facing over here in America. And I think, I actually agree with you where we probably shouldn't take a moment of silence. What is a moment of silence gonna do? Does it heal you?
Those parents can't tuck in a moment of silence. Those parents can't tuck in anybody's thoughts and prayers, right?
And it's a furious situation. Like I have kids.
Right.
You have kids, and it's kind of sad where it's like I was taking my daughter to the bus, and would you ever think in life that I would have to have a conversation in 2022 with my daughter about safety precautions if, God forbid, in your school, you know what I'm saying, like in your school, if you were to hear
gunshots go off,
what you should do, how to save yourself, right? That's ludicrous.
Yeah, and
it's stupid.
Even imagine the stress on the teachers. So it's just really crazy right now. And I think that just as we're taking a couple minutes on our platform to discuss this, everyone out there has a platform. It's called social media. Tag a legislator. Call these people out and sign petitions, march, whatever we got to do. Yeah. We got to get something done because this can't continue. Because it's easy to talk about now because we're from the outside looking in and seeing the suffering of those parents. But it could be anybody out there, anybody.
Yeah. So I agree. I'll piggyback off of Dami, man. If there's any way that outside of using our platform, that we can be of help, any community events, let us know. We'll show up. Petitions you need us to sign.
Right.
We're using our platform to show you that not only are we in support, like we're with whatever we got to do to make sure that we bring awareness. You know what I mean? I know it's hard. It's probably, America has shown you, our senators have shown you like greed, just stupidity. Where it's just like I want to be optimistic and say they'll probably they'll probably change the bill, pass the bill. The way I believe on this situation is that if you look at other countries, you were telling me some statistic about Japan.
Yeah, right? It takes 2 months to purchase a firearm.
2 months to purchase a firearm. You go to London, you go to Europe, man. In the last decade or so, 3 decades, there has been 0 mass shootings.
Yes.
Right.
So obviously, certain countries know how to get it done, and certain others don't.
Right.
Right, which is ours.
100%. Right.
Sure.
So I believe. I'll tell you how I feel about the whole situation, right? And then we can jump into another topic, but it's serious. So I want to take my time on this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe they should impose stricter gun laws. It shouldn't be so easy for a kid to walk into a store, to leave with two AR-15s.
Barely 18. Barely.
You know what I'm saying? 360 rounds of
ammunition. Yeah.
Ammunition.
Yeah.
And this is stupid, bro.
Yeah, it is. It is, man. And listen, eventually, like I said, if we all unite and we all use our platforms, we all do away with being satisfied with moment of silences and condolences and do something about it. Trust me, something can and will be done. We are not powerless. All right. But on that note, let's just try to, we're going to try our best to awkwardly move on from this topic, right, to our normal scheduled programming, right?
Kind of sucks, man. But yeah, we got to.
Yeah.
Our job is to keep you entertained, keep you informed, keep you entertained. So what you think we got next, brother?
So let's do it. So first of all, full disclaimer, if you hear us, our voice a little raspy, we actually almost got into a fight in the parking lot.
We didn't get into a fight, he copped the plea, all right?
Copped the plea about what?
Huh?
Copped the plea about what?
You wanted security, like, what, you serious?
Yeah, this guy was, yo, listen, you wanna lift the curtain, you wanna lift up the skirt. What it is that we were almost not about to do this recording because of a conversation that started. And that's why you love us, because we don't agree on anything and it gets real fiery. So we're gonna bring some of that fire to some of the topics we have now.
Right.
So starting off, he wanted to kind of check me. As you guys know, he left me by myself last week to talk about the whole Keyshia Cole AB incident, right? And about Keyshia Cole being played once again in public by one of the men she decided to align herself with, so he had a few thoughts on that, right? And just a reminder, what we spoke about was the fact that Keyshia Cole once again got played. She got a tattoo of Antonio Brown on her back, and whatever happened between them, she decided to go on social media, right, for the world to see and say, I miss him, I miss Antonio Brown and this and that.
But hold on, bro.
Yeah.
Hold on. As you giving a narrative, don't switch up, right? Don't switch up. Keep the same stance that you had when you did the segment. All right.
So remind me about what my stance was.
No. You remind us.
Yeah, because you acting like it was.
Yeah, no, because you weren't. There was no segment on your segment. You wasn't doing that. I miss him. You weren't doing none of that. Right?
That's exactly what I was doing. Listen, Meta Kings community, you can check him for me in the comments. The conversation was that Keyshia Cole has a bad habit of choosing guys that's not looking for the same thing. She's looking for love. She's looking for commitment. These dudes is like, F that. I'm young. I'm in my prime. I'm trying to have a lot of sex and I'm trying to get a lot of attention. And what ended up happening was that Antonio Brown played her, said you haven't, what he said, you haven't really done it all till you hit an R&B chick.
Yeah, you ain't really pimping until you smash an R&B chick.
So the disagreement me and you had off camera, because you wasn't there to talk about it, was that he said that Keyshia Cole is a huge red flag because as a woman, if you have such a bad history of choosing guys, that kind of says a lot about you and your judgment, right? Am I saying that correctly?
Yes and no, right? So what I told Dami was y'all all know Keyshia Cole she's in the music industry, she's iconic. I don't think she's legendary, but she's iconic. So I give her flowers in that sense.
Right.
What she's done in for the R&B community. But we're not gonna sit over here and act like Keyshia Cole has not been around. And as crazy as it sounds, but she hasn't been around. She's been around, and those are big red flags to me, right? Those are big red flags to anybody. Where it's like, that's I give her flowers in terms of the fact that what she did for the community, and she also last year, if I'm not mistaken, what's her mom's name? Frankie.
Yeah.
She lost her mom. Unfortunately, she lost her mom last year, and I believe what Keyshia Cole is exemplifying is that she's still in a grieving state.
Yeah,
right?
But why? Because of what happened with Antonio Brown?
Can't say that. You ever lost a parent?
I mean,
I ain't lose my uncle, right? So
but then you
can't say why like that. You got to be sensitive to because if I'm gonna attack her or not attack her, but if I'm gonna give my opinion in one lane, I'm trying to be fair. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm just attacking Keyshia Cole. I'm just insensitive to women and stuff like that. Well, we got to call a spade, and we got to acknowledge the fact that Keyshia Cole right now. Maybe.
So you're saying she got the lower tattoo of Antonio Brown on her back because she's grieving?
Okay.
Her mom was alive when she bought a ring for Jeezy to propose to her with.
And then she left, and then they broke up.
And
then she's been with multiple people. I think she's
Yeah, so this is pre her mom passing. So I feel like, listen, cut it out. If you coming for her, just come for her. Don't try to.
Nah, I'm not coming for her. I just feel like the media is biased. People tend to just look at something one way, and that's not necessarily cool. I feel like we give her a pass or we overlook it because she's Keyshia Cole. But it's like, bro, if she's exemplifying certain things that we would consider red flag in a normal chick, why doesn't it count towards her?
But I'm saying
the fact that she's unstable in her relationship, bro.
But it takes two to tango, bro. And that's hold on. That's what we were talking about. That you were saying that not just Keyshia Cole, any woman with a history of, dating multiple guys because she can't hold a relationship because of whatever's going on, that she's a red flag. And the question was, is it more of a red flag for a female than it is a man? And I disagree with you because I said it takes two to tango. Just like she broke up with all those guys also broke up with her. And those guys also, some of them have been in multiple relationships. So why is it more of a red flag for a female to have a history of dating multiple guys and it not working more than a guy?
So this is a whole segment in itself. So I don't want to dive into it because I tell you, because basically what you're asking is that is their equality are they weighed the same?
No,
they should be.
Okay, you're prettying it up. What I'm asking you is to defend what you said. You said in the car.
I did.
I
don't know. Let me see.
You said that when a female has a past of dating multiple guys and can't hold on to a relationship, it is a red flag more than when a man has a past of having multiple females. You said that it would be easier for a man to move on.
I never mixed the two. What I said I didn't. I said Keyshia Cole. You read the list when you did the segment. You said she was with Jeezy, she was with Floyd Mayweather,
a bunch of people.
That's crazy, bro. In one industry, right? Wait, I'm not finished, right? Mm-hmm. And then she ended up dating her last two, Nico Calais and Bobby Gibson, the ex
Booby Gibson, yeah.
Booby Gibson, right? The ex NBA player. And if I'm not mistaken, she said he was cheating and stuff like that, but he's still with that same chick. That he wasn't with her no more. That she left him, or that they broke up. The cause of why they broke up. Nico Calais, I don't think so. But I like you don't
Booby's
see.
Side note, Booby's a nice guy. I actually met him that show I did in California.
That don't count for the segment though.
No, but I'm saying he's a nice guy.
I'll take that as a I'm kidding. Go so
because we kind of make it seem like Keyshia Cole just dates assholes, and that's why she's always left in the dust.
You said that though.
No, I didn't. First of all, yes, she does have a history of dating assholes. I didn't say every single person she dated was an asshole. Matter of fact, what I said was Booby Gibson was that she dated a guy who was the pretty boy on his team. A team that was made famous by LeBron James and in his prime. Maybe at that time he was not ready to settle down.
Cool.
Booby Gibson. But that doesn't make him an asshole neither.
But at what point when you're evaluating something, like there was okay. So there's something going on. I don't know if you know what's been going on. Somebody who's kind of like been in and out of issues in the industry, Monique. From Moesha, the Parkers. No, not Moesha, the Parkers. Here's the Parkers. Come and join us. She did,
Wait. You talking about the main character?
Yeah, bro, Monique. I apologize. Not the heavy set because she lost weight. So.
Well, she was heavy set. I mean.
But she lost weight, so give her credit, right? But Monique right now is kind of going through something with, she's going through a dispute. Right now, she's labeled as the crybaby. Like she has a hard time working with everybody in the industry. So right now, she has it out with D.L. Hughley, right?
I don't like him neither.
I don't either. But I'm bringing that up to say that he said a statement on social media, and that was huge. I was like, I really thought about it. He goes, at some point in time, You have an issue with Tyler Perry. You have an issue with Oprah. You have an issue with Netflix. You have an issue with this and that. At some point in time, when do we say as a community? When do we say as a group of people that, you know what, you happen to be the problem?
I get what you're saying, and you're saying basically because of Keyshia Cole's history, that it's a potentially that she's a problem. But you still now. So with Antonio Brown, you know that man is a nutcase, man. Right.
He's been labeled a nutcase, been let go of different NFL teams, whatever the situation is. What in your right mind? You just started dating a dude, right? And he's actually, I seen like a few months ago, he was actually in a room with Kanye. When Kanye was dating white girl,
right?
Julia, whatever her name is. They were all together. Your ex used to date Mayweather, the whole 9 yards, and all of a sudden you start dating Antonio Brown. But now it's not just for you to date Antonio Brown, sleep with him on the low. You post on social media missing him, blah blah blah,
and you
go get a tattoo.
I didn't get that.
Then you feel bad because of the fact that he comes out.
But we all know that Keyshia Cole is on that type of timing. That's not the point. The point is you said that is more of a red flag for women. Okay, for example, people, you remember when Rick Ross had that little time where he was with the stripper?
50 Cent? Yeah.
No, Rick Ross. And she cheated, right? And everybody was kind of like, yo, bro, what did you think getting with a stripper? So why is it more of a red flag for Keyshia Cole in this aspect, or a woman, than a guy? That was the conversation we was having.
Who has the bigger track record, Keyshia or Rick Ross?
You still making it about Keyshia and Rick Ross. That's not. You said it's a bigger red flag for women. Period. Forget Keyshia. You said it's a bigger red flag when a woman has a checkered past, dating past, than a man. If all things are equal, you said it's worse for a woman.
I said the red flag starts hitting this way. If you're a female, if you're a woman, I don't even care what your race is, and I've had this conversation with my homeboys. So, and I kind of agree. After you start to reach a certain age, and you've had multiple failed relationships, and then what even makes it worse is that in some of those relationships you had kids, and you can't sustain a marriage, and you can't sustain a relationship, and you're pushing high 20s. Low 30s in a society where you're already faced against an issue where a racial numbers 4-1.
Yeah.
That's a red flag. That's a red flag.
Okay, so
and that's gonna because I don't want to be attacked, but I mean, listen, Kevin Samuels, God bless, passed away, and a lot of people don't like him because he was blunt with certain things. I mean, if you're gonna talk about it, right? If you're a female and you've been in multiple failed relationships and you're hitting 30s and 20s and you're still moving around like your hot girl summer, you're a mom. You know what I'm saying? You're a mom. And then you expecting sympathy from everybody, like, oh, it was that person. And no, at some point in time, when did we say, girl, it was you?
Right. I do agree with you on that.
Get your act together.
I do agree with you on that.
That's why I said with Keyshia Cole, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt that she's grieving.
But that's
and she's not looking for love. And maybe he was around and Tony Brown was messing with billionaires.
Right.
Kanye West is a billionaire. Shout out to Kanye, you know what I'm saying? Kanye was a billionaire. Floyd Mayweather, if he's not on according to Forbes, but that's Money Mayweather, you know what I'm saying? So she probably felt like, you know what, she's in the mix. She's like, oh my God, blah, blah, the whole 9 yards.
But is there an age limit on that though? Especially nowadays, bro, nobody thinks they're gonna die, bro. It's a thing. Jay-Z's now just decided at the age of 79, however old he is, to start growing his hair out and dreading it.
Don't do that.
I'm just saying.
You're gonna protect the black millionaires, all right?
They don't protect me, man.
Hey, listen, man.
Middle finger to them. What I'm saying is that's just kind of a thing. You can't just put that on a female. Everybody kind of thinks that they're gonna do everything to a certain point in time. So let me ask you a question.
Right.
Along those lines, is it a more red flag when a woman has more sexual partners than a man?
Nah, bro, we need more people on this segment. So
but we don't have it. I'm asking Jay.
No, but we will get it. So, I'll answer your question. Yes.
Don't be scared.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Why is it a bigger red flag when a and I'll answer it too. I'm not trying to put you out there.
So I want to hear why you think it's a bigger red flag.
Yes, it is a bigger red flag.
And we want to know what you guys think. So in the comment section, don't hit us up in the DMs because a lot of you do.
Enough of that with the creepy voice notes, man.
DMs and whatever, texting us. No, go to our YouTube page, comment below if you agree, and let us know what you think. And now I want to hear this guy's answer.
I do think it's a bigger red flag.
Why?
Well, you could call it society. You could call it my upbringing. I'm speaking for me personally, right? But I do feel like for women, right? And I know it's kind of portrayed differently now, sexual freedom, women power, all of that. And I'm all for it. I have a daughter, right? Well, the woman power.
This is bad.
Power,
this is bad.
It gets worse.
This is bad.
I feel like this. I feel from what I know and what I've known, women are more emotional beings, right? If a woman cheats on you with a guy, that guy is providing some type of emotional pleasure that she's not getting from you. He's telling her she's pretty. He's telling her she's capable, she's beautiful, she can do all things. Where a guy, he could be happily in love for 20 years. He walks into the right club and he sees a woman with a BBL and it's going down.
Right.
So I feel like if a woman has a high body count, it's either A, she might be heartless or emotionless, or B, she's in Nigerian, we call it, I introduced this term to the Medican community last time, Oju Kokoro. She just likes what she sees. And for me, that's a bigger red flag. You know what I'm saying? Not to sound like, a man gonna do what he gonna do, but we stand at attention for very little. You know what I'm saying? It don't take a lot to make a man stand at attention, whereas for a woman, and you will have women tell you this. Tell me you never heard this in your life. Wow. Women brag about the fact that they're not just gonna lay down for anybody. Women brag about the fact that you're gonna have to do more than that to get in these pants. So if a lot of men have gotten into your pants, that's a red flag.
So, okay, all right. So there's a saying, it says, a woman determines who she's gonna have sex with.
Right.
The man determines who he's gonna end up with, like commit to. That's the difference, right? And so do I think, right, because in a time now where you got city girls and city boys or hot girls, summer girls, and women are showing you, I can get the same education you can get, I can do the blah, that's beautiful. But they're also showing us and telling us, you know what, like you're like, oh, if you can sleep with this amount of girls, I can do the same thing.
Right.
And from an anatomy, from a biological standpoint, they can. But it hurts you in the long run. It hurts you, and that's what, that's what we kind of tippy-toe around because, I'm not taking away from the fact that you can, but it's like, why would you?
Right.
Because it hurts you, because at the end of the day, it's like, that's why I'm saying.
But then they could turn around and say, why would a guy though?
So why is the numbers 4-1?
I mean, that's just nature.
And that's just the way it is.
Oh.
No, wait, let me finish.
So you trying to say men get a pass because there's more women than men?
I'm just trying to say, listen, a woman publicly, like you're dating, like to be honest with you, right? All right, so, and this is why we need a panel of people. And Mediking's community, we're definitely probably gonna do this. We're gonna go find some, anyway, like if you're seeing fresh and fit, we coming for y'all.
Hey.
Now we coming for y'all, but look, listen. You bring out 5 women over here that are all educated.
Let's pretend. Lisa?
Cheryl?
Who is she, 70? The hell?
Stavelli?
Nah, bro. Yeah, I don't know the type of girls you're into, bro, but you creeping me out right now, bro.
Don't do that.
All right, Lisa, Cheryl, and Tavelli.
All right, but and let's say that they are all. Damn, I hope I don't lose my chain of thought. But they're all educated. They all have good jobs. Okay, one has 30 sex partners. The other has 25. The other has 10, and the other has 2.
Let me guess. Cheryl has 35 because she's the oldest. Because her name is Cheryl, so she got to be at least 73 years old.
The shoe fits, right? Really. So where am I going with this? So all educated, but one has a higher than the other one.
Right.
And the one who has a higher, or even.
Are you asking who would I choose?
Yeah.
If all things were equal and there was a body count.
Yes. No. But I want to throw an age factor into there. I'm just losing it right now. Forgive me. So I may have to pass up on this example.
Well, then can I run with your example?
Go ahead.
If all things is equal, with this. Lisa, right? Lisa, you're 31, right? Cheryl, you're 73. I'm not off that because your name is Cheryl.
This is imaginary people, by the way.
Tavelli, I don't even. What is that name, bro?
Tavelli, I don't know. It was. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
Anyway, Tavelli, you're, let's say, 23, right? And if all things are equal, if Tavelli's 23 years old with 35 sexual partners, body count under her, and let's say that Lisa is 31 years old with the same amount. If all things were equal, I'm going with Lisa.
Now do you realize if you were to switch that scenario and just make it guys, and because, see, I said unfortunately with the number situation, it don't matter how pretty you are, whatever situation, the numbers are against you. The algorithm is set up that way.
But that's how you see it as a man. Women don't see it that way though.
But then that's why you see more. I feel like that's why you see even like good, like, you know, somewhat decent girls who after a certain, like, really think about it. When we're done with the segment, go scan around and see. After you start to get to a certain age, it's harder. It's harder for like.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
And that kind of goes. You said something the other day when we was talking, because we spoke about this. We spoke about Lisa, Cheryl, and Tavelli.
I don't necessarily think that it's right, but it's not my.
No, it is what it is.
Right, it is what it is.
You mentioned something the other day that I think was interesting. You basically said that these women that's running around claiming hot girl summer, running around, sleeping with everybody and wilding out on social media.
They don't having to change.
They don't understand that there's a time limit on that.
Yes.
When you start to get older and things start to change, and no matter how many BBLs you do and this and that you do, it starts to change. Those seeds you planted at that earlier age is why you end up alone when you get older.
Correct.
And I do understand that, and I believe that's true.
Right.
However, I do feel that the difference between a woman and a man is that a man asks those questions about the body count. He might not ask it directly, but he'll find a way to find out. Women don't really ask those questions because we've kind of accepted. And to be honest, I feel like women kind of accept it, and this is going to piss a lot of people off, but I'm going to keep it a buck, all right? I'm in a new studio, so I have to really just be honest.
One for the one time.
Yeah, one for the one time. YOLO. I really feel like women understand how irresistible they are. I feel like they even know that it's harder for a man. Think about it. You watch all these movie shows, you hear all these women, oh, men do everything for one thing. What's in between our legs?
Right.
Oh, you want to start a war? It's not started on the battlefield, it started at home, what that woman says in the pillow.
Right.
And then if you were saying something the other day, you speak to most women, they've all been bi-curious, no? You can't even resist you. Right. How the hell you want me to?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think they also kind of understand, because I used to always ask, like, why do women do this thing where, like, you know, you ever look into a woman's locker room or whatever, when you was young, of course, right? You was an athlete, I was an athlete.
Right.
You on the basketball team, the women's locker room's down. You look in the women's locker room, they sitting on each other's laps, they giggling.
Right.
They're okay showing their titties in front of each other and stuff like that, right? And stuff like that don't bother them, because I feel like it's been a long time societal sexualizing of women to a point where we don't even know no better.
Right.
So when you hear that a man has a high body count, it's almost expected.
Right.
Whereas when you hear a woman has a high body count,
it's red flag.
It's like,
yeah,
it's a red flag.
Yeah.
So to your point, I guess I'm kind of agreeing with you today. It's crazy.
Say that again? I'm sorry.
Nah, bro, we got to talk about something else, because that's not good for the show, bro. That's not on brand, bro.
Because at the end of the day, like, we run with a narrative, like even in terms of sympathy, because I just feel like that's the way. You know, but if you really dissect it and you really think about it, you know, but at the end of the day, I don't actually like the fact that we're actually agreeing right now.
So let me ask you another question.
Go ahead.
You remember that video that came out a while ago? I forgot who it was. I don't remember. I don't want to keep calling it City Girls, but I think it was one of them. I forgot who it was. But there was a girl that was, and she's married. They threw like a birthday party for her, and she's wilding. She's twerking. She got no underwear on. It was at a pool party. She's on the ground. They're taking I think cucumbers or bananas, and they sticking it in her woo-wah or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah, and there was a debate that went on under one of the media outlets that posted, like, yo, should her husband leave her for this? You feel me? And so I want to ask you a question. Let's say you meet a woman, right? And I'm asking y'all out there too, male, female, it could be a guy. I guess that's kind of hypocritical to say it could be a guy at this point, right? All right, fellas. Let's say you meet a lady out there, right? And you meet her, you know nothing about her. Wonderful woman, right? Tavelli. Tavelli's a wonderful woman, right? You meet her.
Tavelli, see? Hey.
You meet her family. She comes from a nice family, right? And she has a good job, and you know she's not someone that's looking for your pocket. She actually wants to build with you.
Right.
You with her 6 months. You're scrolling social media. Boom. You see Tavelli on the floor getting penetrated by a cucumber.
Right.
You see her going crazy, wilding.
Ask the question. You're doing too much. Ask the question.
What do you do?
Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm already in a relationship with her?
You 6 months in, 7 months in with Tavelli.
And
you even love Tavelli at this point. But
I mean, that's different. That's different because, I mean, that's the past. If I was already in a relationship with her, even if I didn't know, that's the past. I mean, we would have a conversation, right? Because you can't, that's different. What would I do? It depends. It would definitely be a conversation, a very serious conversation. Like, yo, do you live a double standard life? Is this what you're about? And I'll go off on my energy. I'll go off her response. And if it was just a situation, because everybody has a past. You don't have a past?
Yeah, I do.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. I used to be that. I'll be honest with you. Mm-hmm. I used to be that. And I think that comes with time, maturity, age, and whatever experience. But I tend to now want to give people the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, follow-up question.
What's up,
Mr. Nice Guy?
I'm just being.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's been Team Dami so long. You're just trying to get some new fans, right? So let me ask you a question, and I guess that kind of betrays my answer. What if you found out that video happened a month before you met her? Go. This didn't happen in her past 5 years ago.
It's still the past.
Oh my God.
It's still the past. It's still the past. If I was single in a relationship with a chick. And let me know what y'all think. Am I bugging? I don't think I'm bugging. I'm being realistic. I'm talking about the Jay now with my mindset. If you're talking about the past, you know what I'm saying, where I like, you know, and I'm putting the fact that I definitely believe that men have more options. So you don't got to put up with that. And it's like, yo, you a month before we started, I started dating you exemplifying hot girl, whatever the situation is. Nah, throw her away. Throw her in the trash.
So let me.
She's for the what?
Streets. So let me show you why I'm a genius and why I'm on this show. Right? Watch this. Watch the mental power, man. So let's tie it back. So basically, you're saying your point was that a woman with a sketchy dating history, with a sketchy past, is a red flag. You're saying that you'd pick up that red flag and you'd run through the end zone with it.
Say that again.
You said that a woman with a sketchy dating history, a woman that shows a lack of judgment, a woman with a past is a red flag. But you just saying you would pick up that red flag then?
Bro, you just gave a different scenario. You gave a scenario of a chick who was in like Miami or South Beach or whatever the situation is with her girlfriends, and maybe she had too much to drink, whatever. That has nothing to do with her. Yeah, I'm gonna channel my inner high school English teacher. Did I tell you she had too much to drink? Did I tell you she was drunk? It don't matter if she had too much to drink.
It does matter because the biggest reason you said about the red flag was that it shows that a woman's lack of judgment.
I said
if a woman is okay to be, and it's not even about what she did. You're on camera in 2022, being recorded, being penetrated, and you're doing all of this stuff. I'm gonna tell you my opinion. I'm leaving her.
Wait, let me. So what I said was, and on this same segment, what I said was, if she's had a track history and according to her age, I didn't say.
But you said that's because that shows to her lapse in her judgment.
I said those are red flags. I didn't. What you just gave a scenario of me seeing her on IG busting it down, and that's just gross. You know what I'm saying? Random cucumbers. It is gross. No, it is gross. But in the time 6 months after that, she hasn't shown any type of whatever the situation is. Now, where you would have gotten me was, okay, if I know she's with multiple people, blah, 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 the whole nine yards. No, I'm not.
Right.
But one.
Oh, okay, so you're okay with her having this one kind of wild, thotty behavior situation.
I'm not okay with that.
But if her body count was high, you wouldn't deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah. But.
For me, it's either or. And I know I kind of seem like the one, well, up until now, you come down on women hard. But I kind of feel like, to me, that also shows a lapse in judgment.
I've always shown you from, and y'all know this, Team J, I'm open-minded. I'm open-minded to an extent. No, I'm open-minded all the way, but don't mistake my open-mindedness for you know what I'm saying, like for instance, I'm open-minded, so I like but Keyshia Cole, if I have to tell you, I feel like she's exemplifying red flags, and so that's why I have no pity. Like, that's a dumb move. Why would you go get Antonio Brown's name tatted on you?
Right. Out of all the guys you dated, you chose this
dumb,
this weirdo.
Only thing that make me give you a pass, the fact that maybe you were grieving, and maybe you were looking for love, and maybe you believed all the stuff that he was telling you. He got into your panties, and that's that. But
she's always looking for love.
You know what I'm trying to say?
But yeah, and I want to clarify. When I say I would leave her, right? There are moments, you know, I've done stuff drunk that I regret, and I'm sure there's other women that have too. But I feel like at a certain point in a 7-month relationship where now we saying we love each other, if I'm telling you that I love you, there's no way a conversation shouldn't have happened like, yo, babe, I got to tell you something. I got to show you something. There's no way I should find that out, because guess what? It's not just about my feelings for you. I have friends too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now my boys is going to see that. My boys is going to see you twerking and stuff like that. You feel me? Doing all that stuff. And they're going to question my judgment. And as long as I know we want to say it sounds nice. Oh, it's all about you and her. It's not. It's not. She has friends that you know what I'm saying, that she looks up to. Like, for example, if she's walking around busted up, you know what I'm saying? And she's been with a man for a year, 2 years, and they're gonna question too, like, yo, what's good? What's going on with your man? The same way I'm gonna be looked at too, like, yo, your girl's out here busting it. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically the point I'm trying to make.
I really, I'm getting tired of this man next to me. I really think we need to open up these segments, and that's what we're gonna do. Tomorrow, I want to hear other people's opinions.
Okay.
On the show, I want to show you how dope I am. Right? Let me show you real entertainment. I'll show you. We bring people on the show, and I'll show you how I can make them Team J. I got to open up their mind, brother. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I hear you, but
somebody did bring up a point about we could touch on real quick. Remember, we did a segment and asking can women and equally in terms of domestic violence.
That was one of our bigger episodes. Basically, the topic was about the double standard, right? Where when it comes to men, the topic was, do women truly want to be equal with men?
Right.
Because equality is not just, hey, you get equal pay. Equality is not just you get cast lead roles in films. It also has to do with the dark side of equality.
The dark side, like domestic violence.
Right. Meaning the state opens a case against you even though your husband decides to drop it.
Correct.
You know, things like that. The parts of equality that they don't want to hear, you know, meaning that you're going to have to handle some things on your own the same way we do. You're going to be looked to provide.
Right.
Because the point was, women want a traditional man, but they don't want to be a traditional woman.
Correct.
Right.
The reason why I brought that back up was because we touched on a situation that was ongoing at the time, the Johnny Depp.
Oh, the Amber Heard and the Johnny Depp situation,
right?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you have more up to that, but there was a verdict posted, right?
Yes, I actually seen it. I was looking on TMZ News earlier. There was a verdict.
Let's give you an update on that and discuss how we feel, you know, before we
Yeah, so Johnny Depp won. He won. He won the defamation lawsuit.
Initially, how did it start?
It started with everybody was crucifying the man.
Johnny Depp.
Because Amber Heard came out, best performance of her life, tears in her eyes. This man has subjected me to, basically claiming that he subjected her to so many different type of degrading sexual acts. He was physically abusive towards her, and this and that and the third. And you know what didn't help her case? I don't know if you've seen. She mentioned some names of people to vouch for her, and it backfired. They were like, "What is she talking about? That did not happen."
Right.
Yeah. So. And that basically speaks to what we were saying about that whole cry wolf culture and the domestic violence out.
Right. Yeah. If you know, if we're walking around here screaming equality, screaming hot girl summer, screaming I can hold my own blah blah blah, then you should be held to the same standards. And shout out to Johnny Depp, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it's been a roller coaster, man. How do you go from, you know, having such a name and then you get the fame or, you know, defamation of character, but then you end up winning. So, you know, that's that goes to prove that's one point that we go to prove where it's like equality should be for all. And
Right.
I'm glad in this case Johnny Depp was able to make
Yeah,
up.
it's good to score one
You know
for the
what I'm
good
saying?
guys,
'Cause
man.
Us guys, us men, we need that sometime in society, right? We're macho, but it doesn't mean that we're not faced with situations in the home.
Right.
And sometimes when we speak about it, when we talk about it, we're looked at like, yo, bro,
Man up, man
up, bro. Like, yo, you got all this muscle.
Run your house.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
right?
and in facts. And the fact of the matter is there's going to be some people out there that's going to say, well, just because he won the case, that doesn't really mean anything. We don't know what really happened. Well, you only know what you've seen in this case. And that was people coming to Johnny Depp's defense. The same women that she called out that was supposed to support her supported Johnny Depp.
Right.
So if you go just by that, it looks like Johnny Depp won his case fair and square, So just wanted to bring that back up real quick to end it and just remind, like, listen, if you want to be equal, embrace the good part and the dark side of equality. You got to take it as much as you can give it.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So
Let's wrap it up.
let's wrap it up. So thank you guys for tuning into another episode of the Meta Kings podcast. It was fun. I think Jay's gonna say that African proverb about the mosquito.
I'm not saying that, bro. What are you talking about, bro?
I like that. I think everybody kind of looks forward to
Go
that.
swing on the tree or something like that. Let me stop, bro.
What kind of racist ass?
But can it be really can it really be racist if I'm but before I end on a positive note, I'm really excited for this studio. I'm pretty sure, once again, a round of applause.
Once again, shout out Titan Studios.
Right. And so we're looking for more suggestions on what you want to hear. We're definitely gonna come out with some fire segments, and it's not just gonna be controversial by men and women. The name Meta Kings is a huge name, so it's futuristic. So we're looking to have segments where we're gonna introduce you into topics with like the metaverse, introduction, financial literacy, whether that's stock options, whatever the whole 9 yards. Right. So stay tuned. We got a lot in store for you.
Right. Yeah. The idea is
you don't seem happy, man.
No.
Put a smile on your face.
Oh yeah.
You want to just talk about drugs and guns and. Let me stop.
I'm sad because the show is coming to an end, bro.
Right.
Can I breathe in peace?
But we love you, man. We love you. Definitely thank you for tuning in. Share this link once again. We're gonna do a giveaway. We don't know when. We'll talk about it. What you want to give away?
I'm only giving it away to people who comment. That's it. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on that. Drop a comment. We'll choose a lucky commenter, and you'll be glad that you got the surprise.
Help us get to 10,000 subscribers, right? In the next month. And I'll leave you with this, man. And anything that you're doing, as we're showing you, just by practical example, set a goal. It could be a goal that seems far out there, but set a goal. Go as far as you can see, and then when you get there, you'll be able to see how to get closer to wherever you're supposed to go, right? So, always positivity, always love. I'm Jay, and
I'm Dami. So thank you for tuning in to the Meta Kings podcast, where we give our unfiltered opinion on current topics in pop culture and the urban community. See you next week.
Everybody talking and talking, seeking attention, hoping for a mention, holding truth ransom. It's Jay and D, young king so handsome, talking culture answer. Meta is the answer. We reporting live from New York to Atlanta. Open up your eyes, here's a gift, no Santa. We gon' talk about it, no filter, no censor, cause it's Meta Kings forever. You can help me sing